Hello and welcome to 3FPC News. I'm Dan.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Tom, and today we actually all have bits of news because Dan's done his research.
Fuck you guys.
So today my first bit of news is that the AntMan Villain has actually been announced, and it looks like it's going to be Yellow Jacket. Now, from the comics, Yellow Jacket was actually like an alter ego of the protagonist, but they're bringing it in as an actual villain. And he should also be seen in Guardians of the Galaxy at some point. But I think it's quite good that we've actually got like an announcement for this bad guy, because I've been waiting to see who it's going to be.
For those who don't know about Yellow Jacket, could you maybe tell us a bit more about him?
No.
Yes, I can.
Here we go.
Right, Yellow Jacket
I know
is
a bit.
it's an alter ego of the Hank Pym Ant-Man, whereas the film is based off of the Scott Lang Ant-Man. So I'm not sure if that means that Hank Pym's going to be a villain, which will be awful, or if it's a combination of other characters. I think I read somewhere. Or
Yeah, I think it's a combination of other characters. I think they avoided the fact that Hank Pym was at one point the Yellow Jacket and just made it into a villain.
yeah,
So that could be good.
No, it could be interesting.
the essential bit about Yellow Jacket is what you're going to hear. He's just completely fucking mental. He is like a psychopath. I'm Ant-Man.
Does he wear an anorak?
No,
No,
Why is he called the Yellow Jacket then?
because he wears a yellow jacket.
he looks,
Basically.
looking at him, there's a little like concept art thing here, and he's got really giant shoulder pads. And I don't understand why, but doors must be a real difficulty for him, to be honest. It doesn't look like, he doesn't really look that threatening.
No.
He, like,
Hang on, I'm just getting up a picture for Dan to show him.
oh, okay. He just, I don't know,
Oh,
he
that
just
guy. Okay,
doesn't
I know
look
that.
scary or threatening or anything at all.
I know that guy.
It looks a
Yeah.
bit like the Green Goblin with like giant shoulder pads and yellow.
Yeah. I always wondered who that guy was. Now I have my curiosity
Now
sated.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Alright. Well, Assassin's Creed Unity have they released an announcement lately, basically explaining why it's taken them so long to make co-op, because they've had fans that have begged and begged and begged for co-op for ages, but they kind of gave competitive multiplayer instead, and people weren't really happy about this. And the senior developers have basically said it's taken this long because it was so complicated to do, which seems to be a trend, I think, from Ubisoft at the moment, just turning around and saying, well, we could have done this, but it was hard. Because they also released an announcement last week or 2 weeks ago that basically there's no female assassin because it would have been difficult. They turned around and said because it meant they would have had to have made outfits for her and stuff like that. And I don't like this whole vibe they seem to be starting at the moment of, well, we could do this, but nah, it's that's effort, that's work. I mean, it's a top multiplayer, well, not multiplayer, top franchise of game developers, and I don't know, I don't think it's difficult should really wash over so easy. I love the company and everything, but I don't think it's hard should be a good reason.
See, I think that's quite funny because, oh god, there's a dog. Sorry, jingles everywhere. I think it's quite funny that they're just saying that we would make a female assassin, but you know the boobs we just can't work around them. I just don't understand what's happening.
I saw a funny Tumblr post actually the other day that said, fine, if making a female is too difficult, then I want to see like these 550 crowds of people, just all men. Each and every one of them have to be men. If there's a single woman, then they've just completely bollocks up everything they said.
The thing is, I understand, because if they have to make a female protagonist, then they really have to detail the actual
Assets.
costumes for it. Whereas if you're going to have a background female, just put them in any old shit, really. It could be in a potato sack, you wouldn't care.
Yeah, I understand it. I'm not mad that there's no female protagonist. I mean, they can make whoever a protagonist they want to. It's just the fact that they can sit there and then say afterwards, oh, well, we could have done a female, but it would have been difficult. Whereas they could just say, we could have made a female protagonist, but the way we went about everything, it wouldn't have meshed as well. That would have been fine. If you say, it doesn't adhere to everything else you've got planned, that's fine, fair enough. Hell, you can say we don't have a female because we just didn't want to. But to just go, well, it's hard, it's just kind of like a really shitey excuse for me.
See, I think now, I think because they've said this time, they're going to make a special effort to have the next game as a female protagonist. I reckon that's what they're going to do, because it's been all male so far, and they'll just be like, well, let's have a woman because we couldn't be bothered before. I think that's what's going to happen.
Right, I'm going to go on to my bit of news now. I'm going to start with something a bit chirpy, yet I don't want to see it. We got a first look poster of the BBC's reboot of Danger Mouse and Panfold, or whatever his name was. BBC are apparently remaking Danger Mouse. I didn't know this was happening till recently. And, Danger Mouse is returning.
I didn't even like Danger Mouse that much as a kid, so I don't see myself looking forward to this.
I didn't like Danger Mouse that much.
It does have its funny moments, as do all of the childhood cartoons, but my auntie will be very happy. Other than that, I don't see anyone. I don't know of anyone who would actually care about Danger Mouse being rebooted.
Like, sure as hell isn't me. So, Tom?
I never really watched Danger Mouse as a child. I don't know much about Danger Mouse at all. Although I did hear something interesting in the other day on the radio, and they were like, instead of giving him an eye patch, they're gonna give him an eye patch, as in like an iPad and iPhone, like for his eye. I was like, why? I mean, you can't relate it to the younger generation by giving them an Apple-related eye. That's ridiculous.
You're the apple of my eye, Tom.
Oh dear. No, get out.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and I was just like, well, they've just ruined a show that I didn't know about anyway.
I don't know. Everyone seems to be recycling all of the childhood from my memories. So
I'm still waiting for Stingray.
I'm still waiting for Biker Mice from Mars to make a disappointing reboot.
Oh god, I hope they don't reboot that. I love Biker Mice from Mars.
Well, they actually did do like a reboot of the series, but they kept all the the TV series, but they actually kept all of the kind of artwork style and everything. Right. It was literally a continuation that they'd gone back to Earth, and it was actually really good. I watched the first season of it, and I wasn't actually disappointed, which I thought I would have been.
No, fair dues. Alright, my next bit of news is that more pictures have been released for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, and they show off the fact that there's going to be LexCorp in this film, which I guess means there's going to be a Lex Luthor in this film.
Well, yeah, it's Jesse Eisenberg.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why am I not informed on this? God damn it! I find pictures and don't know the info. What the hell's happening?
Yeah, it's Jesse Eisenberg from
that thing,
the Social Network guy playing Mark Zuckerberg in that.
Yeah. Wait, he's playing Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm disappointed. He doesn't look very Lex-like.
When do they ever look like their protagonists?
He's just like a little copy of like Michael Cera, really. And he's just all I've ever seen him play is like awkward characters, and now he's gonna play a multi-billionaire.
Really awkwardly.
Well, another multi-billionaire, but bald one, really.
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah,
him with a bald cap.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd pay to see it, but
I might just go see it to see him bald, and then just walk out this movie cinema and be like, "Yeah, that's my afternoon done."
That's it, I'm done, guys. He's bald. I'm out of here. Paid £12 to see this film, and I've seen that he's bald. That's all I needed.
Well, I actually heard a bit of news about the character of Lex Luthor in this film coming up. What is it? They've got a younger version of him for like flashbacks or whatever, and he's going to have long, flowing blonde hair.
I thought Lex was like originally ginger.
Yep.
So they're gonna. Not only are they changing his colour, they're giving him long hair as well.
Yeah, I think by long hair they probably mean like shoulder length. Like,
no, that's not too far off then.
Like Bucky Barnes from Captain America sort of length.
Fair enough then.
That's crap. Go on.
Right, so
Give up. I'm out of here, guys.
So there's been a file leak at Witcher 3. The 64k map of Ard Skellig, which is an area of exploration, was stolen. And like they're trying to really kind of reiterate the fact that it was just an area of exploration. There's no real meaning behind that map. You were saying that.
Oh yeah, I heard. I'm not sure if it's the same content or whatever, but I heard that there was some leaked content that might contain spoilers. So if you want to play the game, avoid it, like majorly.
Yeah, the thing is that people always look up the leaked footage of stuff, and they always ruin everything for themselves and then bitch about it afterwards. So if you're watching this channel and you think to yourself, I'm going to look up that leaked footage, do not come bitch to us afterwards when you don't enjoy the game as much. And I'm warning you.
You're informing people that there's exclusive stuff, and then be like, but don't look at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god, there's this new map out for Witcher 3, but don't you dare look at it.
People can look at it if they want. Just don't complain to me afterwards saying, well, you told me to go look at it, because I'm expressly saying don't. There are also rumours that it's going to have some implementations of Smart Glass and Kinect, but nobody actually knows 100% how this is going to go down, because they've already stated before that there's not going to be any console exclusive content. So I can imagine the Smart Glass might just be like an inventory screen, and Kinect will probably be just slashing around. And
I'd say Kinect is more like, because they've just released, or a couple months ago, they released the Tomb Raider game onto the Xbox One. And I started playing it, and you can use the voice to switch weapons. So that might be something that they do. It might just be used for voice commands. Like, I don't really know what Witcher 3 is about.
Well, it's definitely not going to be dialogue.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I reckon they might implement it. You know, did you ever play Mass Effect 3 with the Kinect?
Yeah.
When you got to actually choose the selection of what you're going to say. They might have it like that. I reckon that might be a good implement. I think it'll be better than hacking and slashing, waving your arms about the room.
See, I'm not much sure of Witcher 3, but as far as I know, he doesn't talk to anyone. He seems to be this kind of lone protagonist that doesn't want to talk to people, basically.
well, another thing they
Doesn't
did
like
in
socials.
Tomb Raider is, as you're climbing up certain things, you can move your body like that, and the camera moves with it, so you can kind of look around and stuff.
Oh god, I hope it's not something like that.
God, I did not know that at all, and I've
It's the
been playing
Xbox
it
One
recently.
version.
Ah, okay.
Well, apparently you
played it
haven't been
recently, I
playing
didn't
it
have a
very
clue.
well.
Isn't there a thing that you can distract people as well in Tomb Raider?
Hey, listen!
I can't say no.
So I only just got that.
Did you only just get that?
Yeah, because it cut it out on Skype, and I just said, listen! Yeah.
There's something for your little editing. Not posting my face on a Thunderbird.
You love that,
Yeah.
really. Don't
You've got to
you
put that
dare.
back in the video now.
Damn it. God damn it. Right, Baker, go and move on.
Yeah, I'm going to move on. We've got another animated series possibly coming out from the Marvel and Disney studios. That's a Guardians of the Galaxy animated series. Now, the reason this is just a rumour at the moment is because at some convention or something, there was a picture and of like a massive poster that they stand in front of when you're at a convention with the animated series. It had a bit from Ultimate Spider-Man and Avengers and whatever that's called at the moment, and in the middle was one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now if we get that won't be coming out till 2015, I hear, but it's not even confirmed. But if it is, I imagine it will be kind of like what they did with the Avengers cartoon. They just established them in a movie, and then you've got these guys now working together in a cartoon, doing
Yeah, I think
cartoon stuff.
even a continuation of the film, maybe possibly a lead up to the next one, I think that'd be quite good. Like a little mid-story break, I guess.
Yeah, well, the reason I don't think it'll be that is because I imagine that this is going to be quite a mature film based on the trailers and the characters. So, and when they appeared in either the Avengers or the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, and I watched it, and they were very child-friendly, especially Rocket, who is not a child-friendly character. So,
I reckon they just dubbed over him. It's like, oh, hello guys. I'm like a raccoon.
so yeah, possibly Guardians of the Galaxy animated series.
I'd kind of like that. I think if it's depending on how well Guardians of the Galaxy movie goes and how well they link the movie to the TV series and don't just ignore each other's existence, it could work quite well if it's going to be acting as a pre-sequel.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to go with it. It's not even confirmed, so it's all.
I'd be interested to see it.
I'd watch it, but
I don't know if I'd watch it all, depending on how good or bad it is.
yeah,
But I'd watch one episode, maybe.
I'd watch the pilot and decide from there.
Through
Yeah.
FPC for all of your rumour needs. Nothing confirmed, just rumours.
Oh crap! That leads pretty well on to my next one. My next news item is that there is possibly a movie being made for Dead Rising. Now that was one of my what?
It's in the works.
It's in the work. Yeah, but I reckon if it doesn't happen, it could pull out, it could break down, people could die from zombie attacks.
If there's
You never know what's gonna
anything
happen.
I've ever learnt, it's just because they're working on it, it doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But we
It
know
may
they are
happen.
working on it, so we know there is a movie confirmed. It's just not confirmed as to if it will actually release.
Yeah, well, fine then.
Not much difference
Well, fine,
to the
it's being worked
consumer,
on,
really,
but it may not be
sure.
released. Dead Rising film.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah, now this was one of my things that I would have liked to see in the last episode, a video game being changed into a film, and I'm actually really happy that it may possibly happen. I'm so looking forward to this.
And then you'll walk out the cinema and be like, why did I ask for
And-
this?
Walk out the cinema and be utterly disappointed. But I think as long as they incorporate maybe like some of the humour from the game, I reckon it'd be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Who do you want to direct it? Michael Bay?
No, never. I don't want Michael Bay to direct anything.
We watched bloody Transformers all the way
And
through,
I-
1 to 3 yesterday, and ready for podcast episode this week. Stay tuned for that one. But
And by you doing so, I completely feel for you, and I'm sorry that your souls have now been lost.
yeah, it was the first time I'd seen the third one, and to be honest, I was kind of half tempted to throw myself out a window just because of how bad it was.
I won't talk about it.
I mean,
I'll
yeah,
save it for a
more about
podcast,
that
but I
during the
agree.
week. But everyone at home should feel my pain right now. Every one of you at home, I need sympathy and get well soon cards because I feel ill.
Get my SIM cards. Guys, I need sympathy and cards. That's what
Speaking
you
of
need.
things we need, it's no guarantee, once again another rumour, but there, according to a Microsoft recent listing, we can see that Batman Arkham Knight has a has a possible release date for the 24th of February 2015. But that could just be a placeholder. So it could be out for 24th of February. I wouldn't hold your hopes up for it. We're just reporting news.
Well, the things I've heard are, whilst it might be a schedule for 24th of February, I think it's the voice actor of Batman, Kevin Conroy, I think plays the voice. I'm not sure if he's Batman or someone else. But whoever the voice for Batman is in these games...
Tom.
Yeah, Tom, came out and said that it could be out in January 2015. So...
I
it's
would
just
say
a-
that would be remarkably less likely now that they've put at least a placeholder on the 24th of February.
Yeah.
Well, sometime early 2015. Let's just say that.
Should we just say 2015?
Yeah, sometime in that
That's
year.
basically
that
what
game may
E3 said
come
about
out.
everything.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'd rather wait for a good game than get a game early and it'd be fucking shit because it's not complete.
I have so much Arkham to catch up on that it really doesn't matter to me. They could spend another year doing it, I probably still won't have caught up by that point.
Have you played the other Arkhams?
I've kind of got through some of City.
Have you played... Wait, just City?
I played through I played through Asylum twice, and then I started on City, and then I got through a little bit of City and kind of got bored, so I stopped.
Alright, fair enough. I thought you were like literally just I've played a bit of City. That's it. Yeah, okay. I'm looking forward to the Batman game coming out. Like I said previously though, combat is going to be pretty monotonous and the same and counter hit.
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
But adapt it slightly, a little bit for me, please.
They have adapted it slightly.
Yeah, you got theatre takedowns and stuff like that now.
Well, no, not fear takedowns, no.
I have to admit, they sound really
another thing that they have done, I only saw recently, is...
you can kill people now.
No, it's... know when you knock someone to the ground and you have to go do that really long ground takedown. They've got quicker ones of those that you can do now as well.
Oh, awesome.
So you don't have to worry about breaking your combo or whatever.
See? They listened to you, Tom.
Yeah, but now I'm so disappointed that there's fear takedowns. You just ruined that for me.
They do sound so cop-out. They really
They're
do.
only for specific situations when there's like 3 gunmen. It's just a quick way to take down 3 people with guns. Only guns.
Okay.
Stop banging your head against your knee.
Oh, but no. Just ruined it for me.
If I have to live on this planet, so do you.
Alright, fair enough.
Right, I'm going to go into my last piece of news. And this one is not a rumour. This one is fact.
Holy shit, we have news!
Rian Johnson, the director of Looper, and if you've seen that film Looper, it was not very good.
I liked it.
I didn't.
Sorry.
But yeah, he is been confirmed to write and direct the next 2 Star Wars movies after J.J. Abrams does Episode 7.
Why isn't JJ doing the other 2?
Because reasons.
But why? Everything so far has come in a trilogy, and then they're getting 2 different directors for the last 3 films.
Yeah, but
why
George
not?
Lucas didn't direct all 3 of the first ones.
What?
George Lucas didn't direct the
Sorry, what? I thought he did.
No, he was involved
Oh.
in. He's been involved in all the films, but it's the second and third one had a different director.
Oh, I didn't know that at all. Okay, never mind then. Ignore me.
I also want to ignore... Well, I want to ignore, but I can't ignore the fact that you went, oh, we actually have news. What do you think most papers print?
That's a good point. It was more than this whole episode. It's just like, well, we have a rumour.
That is
And
news.
there's like, I actually have news. We have news.
Have you ever opened up a newspaper? That is news.
No.
That's why I don't bother with news.
Yeah, but now I'm going back into another rumour. It's literally in the first sentence. Last week brought the rumour. So it's like...
Go on, wrap us up with this last piss and
Okay,
news.
my last bit of news is that the next Batman film after Batman vs Superman is coming out in 2019, and it's going to be called The Batman. Just The Batman.
As opposed to all the other ones we've had.
Simple.
Yeah. After the lineup we announced last week, and then they just plopped this one on the end. I think it's... I don't know, do you think they're going to be setting up for maybe a group film or a double at least? Because we're having Man of Steel 2, and then we're having another Affleck Batman film.
I imagine it will lead into a second Justice League film, because if the Justice League is going to be... The Justice League is going to be a cash cow when it comes out. If you, as a company, do not capitalise on that and make a second one, you are a fucking shit company. You are not thinking with a good business mind in that situation.
I'm wondering, with the amount they've got coming out though, and they're like literally going to nuke the market with all of these like DC films over the next 4 years. I'm wondering if that actually be any good, or they're just doing it for cash cows. They're just going to do it for the money.
I just want to reiterate, well, touch on a point you just said there. I can understand for Justice League having that theory, but there are many things that definitely did not need a sequel. There are so many things in life that haven't needed sequels.
If you're
and
going
they
to say
have been
Transformers, I'm going to tell you it is one of the highest grossing series of films.
doesn't mean it should have ever been a thing. I've
Yes,
Oh,
seen
we
them.
got back onto Transformers.
I didn't put us there, he did. I was actually thinking of other things, but I
Like?
don't want to go into them because they're too painful. But
Fine, be like that.
there are many things in this world, and I'm sure everyone at home is probably sitting there thinking of certain titles in their head, of not just movies but video games as well, of definite things that have been wrapped up really nicely, and then they make second ones, and everyone's like, why? I mean, they're great and everything, but why? They didn't need a sequel.
Oh, your face when you said why then. Why? That was amazing. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that Batman will need another film, but they're still doing it. Why not?
Batman will always
get
have
on
more
board.
films.
No, I don't think he needs another one. Leave him alone. Leave Batman alone.
He hasn't raped everyone in Gotham yet, therefore there's still things for him to do.
No, because he'll just scare everyone. Just fear take him down. Fucking Batman. So yeah, that's it for the news this week. Yeah, all rumours and stuff.
All the rumours.
All the rumours. One bit and that one bit of news.
Well, remember to tune in later in the week where we will be discussing best to worst.
No, I was thinking about what we were covering later in the week.
Oh right, yeah, we'll
Oh,
be
fuck, I've
we'll be
forgotten.
covering the Transformers films as much as we hate them. Well, I hate them.
I hate them.
I hate them.
So you'll want to hear that rant, I'm sure. That'll be up on Friday.
Yeah.
Planned
Should
Friday.
be.
Other than that, this has been the 3FPC News. I've been Dan,
I've been Alex.
And I've been Tom.
and we will see you later.